All right. So there's a new video out of the food truck in the Idaho 4 murders. Now, a lot of people are asking, who exactly was she talking to? Now, a lot of people forget she knew Hoodie Guy. I seen a video out there that said they were friends. And actually, they were on Facebook or something like that, or one of the social media things. They were friends. So, who was she really talking to when she said, hey, mister, or F you, mister? So, let's take a look at the video real quick. And this is on Inside Edition.
Video of the confrontation between two of the University of Idaho murder victims and another student at a food truck. The time, 1:30 a.m., just hours before the murders. Kaylee Gonsalves and Madison Mogan stopped for mac and cheese after partying at a nearby bar.
Everybody seemed like in good spirits, nothing seemed off, and then they start interacting with.
All right. So Big Joe, he's there already before anyone comes, right? He's friends with this other long-haired big guy, right? They're talking back and forth, and then Kaylee and Maddie come along. This Hoodie guy is following them. Now look at in the background here. Let me blow this picture up. We got 1, 2 guys standing here in the background, way in the back. And if they zoom to the right more, you'll see there's other people leaning up against the wall in the dark, right? Now let's see who she's pointing at, because it don't look like she's pointing at Hoodie Guy, Jack 2, 3, 4, 5, or whoever they're calling him.
With a couple other people, they're waiting for their food.
Now look at.
All right, now Big Joe puts his hand up. He's saying something to that dude, and Big Joe puts his hands up and is saying something, and Maddie turns around and she's got her finger pointed up.
This video shows Madison pointing at a man in a hoodie who appeared to have followed them to the truck.
Yeah, I think she says it to that big dude.
We had the video and audio from the clip enhanced, and you can hear her using an expletive. Blank you, mister, she says. Police have already announced they have cleared the young man in the hoodie. Audio engineer Anthony Nelson enhanced the audio for Inside Edition. What do you hear in that instant?
She says, you.
So, was there an argument? If so, what was it about? Kaylee's parent in.
It does look like she's pointing at the guy, the big guy, right? Because in the other videos that we're seeing on YouTube, they're claiming that she knew all 4 Jacks. You know, there's Jack S, there's Jack D, there's John Jack, or Jack John. And there's some other, there's so many Jacks, which they all knew. They all were friends, from what we've been told. Don't know if that's true, but that's what we've been told. Let me check it out here.
In their opinion, some of the individuals have been cleared too prematurely. Nancy Grace, host of Crime Stories, says the victims' families are being mishandled.
Number one thing you do in a murder case is you locate the victim's family and loved ones, and you hold their hands from soup to nuts till you get that guilty verdict.
Nancy Grace is talking about soups and nuts. That ain't good. My gonads just shriveled a little bit. She scares me. You don't want to meet Nancy Grace in a dark alley. I'll tell you that much. She's good at what she does. I'll tell you that. But in the video, in my opinion, she knows the dude in the hoodie. She knows the dude in the hoodie. There's the front door, and it looks like there ain't no red tape at the top of it yet. So they must be going through it. Now, I did see the video of the handprint, but it looks pretty small. I'm thinking it might be one of the girls or a smaller person's hand. But does it look like, to me, is she talking to Joe, the big guy, Big Joe Jabola?
Or using an expletive. Blank you, mister, she says. Police have.
Yeah, see, that don't make sense. Why would she be saying F you, mister, when she knows this dude in the hoodie? Supposedly. Now, we don't know if that's true, but supposedly she was friends with all these people on their Facebooks or whatever, or social media. So, yeah, who do I think? I think this big guy, Joe, might have said something. That's why he put his hand up, maybe. I don't know. Maybe Big Joe put his hand up and told her, hold on, because he was telling this dude, what the heck are you doing? You know, are you bugging these girls? But it don't make sense to what we're getting. But we're getting a lot of miscommunication and videos out on it, and it's hard because we don't know. We're just going by videos that are out, and until the police come out and actually give a press conference and saying these people are all cleared and they're all suspects. Even the three guys, hoodie guy, Big Joe Jabola, and this Fabio dude with the hat turned backwards, and this dude, Big Joe, was already there before the girls got there, talking to this long-haired dude, bigger dude, and then here comes hoodie guy that was following the girls. Now, don't get me wrong, hoodie guy could be the guy, but I don't know. It's funny because we were all led to believe that these two girls knew this guy in the hoodie and were friends with him. Now we really don't know if that's true, but hello, Kahana. We really don't know if it's true, but yeah, and and the case is taking a turn. It's pretty early in the case, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Excuse me. So it's pretty early in the case. It could be anybody. Jack did live a couple houses away. One of the Jacks. There's so much Jacks in this story. This is going to be a messy situation. Bunch of jack-offs, and yeah, this is unreal. But to me, it looks like she's pointing at Big Joe. Here's the thing: the girls went home. The murders were committed between 3 and 6 o'clock in the morning. That's what they're saying. Is that enough time to say maybe they pissed off Big Joe when Maddie, or Maddie said, F you, mister? Now, here's the thing. Was she talking to Hoodie Guy or Big Joe? And why did Big Joe put up his hand to be like, talk to the hand? Right? Now, I'm going to admit, in the food truck video, Maddie looks very, very drunk. She's stumbling around. I think she might have been the drunkard too. But here's the thing. Both girls went to bed in the same bed, right? Went to sleep in the same bed. Not Kaylee's bedroom, but Maddie's bedroom. Why was that? Did she know somebody was watching her through the window, line of sight? Jack 1 or Jack 2, whichever Jack that lived that close, where from his window he could see the back of her window, into her bedroom. Was she sleeping in the same room as Maddie because she knew she was being watched, or was suspicious to maybe somebody watching her? Maybe it was their last night together. She was getting ready to leave or move out, and they spent the rest of the night together, and they, Maddie or Kaylee fell asleep in Maddie's bed, and maybe. But here's the thing. I'm thinking the killer might have been startled or got him mixed up. Meaning he might have went directly to Maddie's room first. If the lights were all off and if they were passed out, would he have walked in there and been spooked, thinking that there was only one woman in the bed and there was actually two? And as he committed one murder, the other one woke up and tried to fight him off and got more wounds than the other one. That's possible too. But it's possible Kaylee didn't want to sleep in her room, because don't anybody use curtains or blinds anymore? Why do people just walk around with windows wide open and half naked? I don't know. At one time, I was in good shape, had a good body, didn't bother me. But now that I'm older, you wouldn't catch me in front of a window. Half naked, So I've seen some of the videos. He walks in through the back sliding glass door. He walks directly into Ethan and Xana's room, kills them first, and now they're saying that he went upstairs after that and killed the other two and left, either not knowing there was two downstairs, or he might have been spooked by something. Maybe he was spooked. I don't know. maybe he came in through the back and left through the front, or came in right through the front, left through the back, and circled back around. If it was Jack, maybe he did just come right in through the front door, bypass the 2 bedrooms, went upstairs, killed Ethan and Exana or whatever her name was, did the other killings, walked right out the back door, right back to someone's house or apartment around there. That's possible too. It will be interesting to wait for the case to be over. This is like an OJ thing. Here's the thing with the OJ case. The OJ case, we knew more about that case before it even went to court. We seen the bloody photos that were put out of Mrs. Brown or Mrs. Simpson, the dog with the blood prints and footprints everywhere. We seen that before it even stepped into court. Even photos of the bodies covered up and that was leaked through the media. We knew it was a bloody situation, because we could see it all over the sidewalk, right? So this could be, boy, if Johnny Cochran was alive, he'd be all over this one Monday. F.E. Bailey, maybe, or yeah, this will be. It's a mystery, and I believe we're all building the mystery. Yeah, he lives close around there. Like I said, Kahana, these we're interested to see if any of them vehicles had Arizona plates on them. I did watch a video, and God forbid, because I got kids, out west and everything, and we all want to make sure all of our kids are good. But we were checking to see on that. I did see a video where someone mentioned about Arizona plates on one of them vehicles. I don't know what that would be heartbreaking if that happened to my daughter. Just, I don't know if, heartbreaking. But all 3 of them guys, it might have been 2 killers. Now they're saying Hoodie Jack, had a lot of money, his family. Connections with even the college, That's interesting there. How's this going to go? Well, that's simple to solve. They would have to track the dude's phone to see if he had a cell phone. If he did have a cell phone and he drove home and it's pinging all the way down the road, then it ain't him. If he ain't within 5 miles of that house at that time, between that time, I don't know. And it could go like some of the other people are saying. This dude might have already been sitting in the house waiting, hiding. He might have already had the code. He might have already been in. He might have went in. And I've been thinking about all kinds of scenarios. He might have went in somehow, sneaked right in. If the girls supposedly that were downstairs on the first floor sleeping. He might have went right in the front door, up the stairs, found a hiding spot, put the stools in the window to make sure no one can get out or come in, and waited. It could be two guys. They could have been nut job. They could have been pissed. They could have been hired. They could have been a lot of scenarios, a lot of theories. Eye in the sky can track this suspect. Yes, Kahana maybe. Yes, satellite. You'd have to check and see if there was a satellite over that area that time. You'd have to take photos of that time from a satellite and see how many vehicles were in the parking lot, whose vehicles, what vehicles around that area for at least 5 miles, and see if you see any vehicle that leaves between 4 or 3 to 6 or 6 in the morning. Yeah. I don't know. You'd have to see if you could see anybody walking through the woods on a sidewalk in between houses. We don't know if this guy even left prints or if he had gloves on. Right? It was cold. Yes, but if we had the eye in the sky 24/7 over all of our neighborhoods, watching everything, would it help? I imagine it would. Infrared would see everything. Motion detection, everything that went off. It would have to multitask. It would have to be able to track more than one target. I imagine it would help on some stuff. Something is better than nothing, right? You start thinking about this stuff. What a family would go through. What, phew, man. Yeah, that's something. What do you think? Is it too early in the case to even come to a conclusion? Do you wait for the professionals to get done? Excuse me. with the case. We should. We really should before we make our opinions, scenarios. But it's so addicting. Why? I don't know. You want to help. You want to save somebody, right? You want to make your contribution to society and try and be good. You know, you watch over kids that ain't yours. They're your friends or families. You kind of watch over people on YouTube, right? You never met them in person, but you know, you watch them for a year or two, you get some kind of psychological connection, right? We all want to look out for the world is ugly. It's ugly. Are there monsters? Yes. Demons? Yes. Among us? Sure. In the flesh and spirit, probably. Yeah. Maybe we're just trying to get God to notice us. Here we are. We're trying to help. We might have been sinners. We might have been blind, but now we see. We want to help keep these kids and keep them away from the madness, the truth of what money can do, drugs, madness, corruption, evil people. If we create, we're only supposed to create for the good. I do feel for the families. And like I said, you want to be the greatest country. You want to have the greatest citizenship, the greatest police force, the greatest. We're going to need more backing. You're going to have to give up a little bit of freedoms to save lives. You think I don't care if I'm driving outside walking and there's a drone up there watching the neighborhood, watching me? Well, if I'm not breaking any laws, I got nothing to worry about, right? I don't care about standing around with a bunch of people drinking a beer or smoking a doobie, or they're sitting around whatever, as long as they're not raping, pillaging our world. They're running around in their backyard naked. I can give two craps, but when the evil starts and the laws are broken and the devil is done as killings or rapings or kidnappings or whatever, then that drone will come in handy, because then we can see the evil, maybe stop it, but I don't know. It's either that or armed assault, unmanned vehicles. Possibly armed, patrolling our streets at night, ran by the government, soldiers, United States soldiers, citizens, something. Oh, what a glorious day it'll be when we can wake up and there ain't one death on YouTube or the news. That'll be a glorious day. right? When we've healed all sickness, cured all sicknesses, that will be a glorious day. I don't know. It's very depressing. It makes you think about your kids, the mother of your kids, the woman that you loved or whatever. It is it's depressing and sad. And I can imagine what the family's going through. All the families. But like I said, in order to my opinion, in order to secure our citizens and neighborhoods, at least our schools, something's better than nothing. Something. Right? Do I blame people for stocking up on weapons and security? It's all about security, folks. Without security, you got madness in the streets. Right? Well, Kahana. Hello, Mike McCormick. Won't it be a glorious day when we don't have to carry a weapon? Where weapons are the last thing on our minds. Everything we're doing, I know we're fighting demons. I know we're fighting madmen, crazy men. But if we go by the Bible, well, we do everything the Lord says we shouldn't. But we got women, children to protect in this country, men even, the weak, the disabled, the abused. I don't know. It's sad we got to carry a weapon. I don't carry. There's 3 police departments in town. No, I don't want to take the chance. Yeah. I ain't never had to carry a gun, but I'm out here in the country, and even out here in the country, you think you're going to get away from the madness. It follows everywhere. It's everywhere. Well, if we don't get a grip on this madness, either that or we gotta up our security on our homes. We gotta start building homes that are ready for weather. We gotta start building homes ready for intruders. We got to start building homes. We got to start using our heads, building for extreme weather and security. We got to start our schools. We should be building schools that are secure schools. We're talking like a movie set. Something happens, alarms go off, windows shut, doors lock. You ain't getting into that school. Not with no weapon. I don't know. Well, like I said, Lord, we're here. If we can help, we'll help. Some of these folks want to help, but they can't physically. Some not even mentally. But we got to do something. We can't be having people worship the devil. We can't be letting people traffic children and create organizations that do more damage than save lives. We got to work on families. Just because a man and a woman have a kid together and things don't go right, uh, whoever has custody of the kid or whatever it may be might get the short end of the stick, or heck, even might have been in love so much that he or she took the blame and walked away. We got a lot of work to do within our families and the things we let kids do. At such a young age, people think that's we grew up with it. We were left alone when we were young kids. Yeah. Usually 9 out of 10 times. Bad things happen when kids are unsupervised at a young age. We can't be having this witchery and demon stuff in America. This ain't the 1800s with King Arthur and Merlin the wizard. This ain't 13 BC or whatever with the Egyptians and their magic men and whatever. People can't watch movies no more. You know why? We got to stop making certain movies. You know why? Because people are so sick and either so wrapped up into corruption and the devil that they see fiction and fantasy, and then they watch it and they become it. Mental illness, evil, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Well, I hope they catch the people that are involved in this. Heck, it could have even been a jealous woman. It could have been the people at the food truck. There was other people there at the food truck too that looked kind of sketchy. Like I said, the one guy that walked up all dressed in black looked like that walked up right next to the girls off the side of the truck, went up behind the crowd and stopped and turned back and looked. Things, but who are we to judge? Who are we even to make scenarios? Really, I'm starting to understand my old age. I'm starting to become what I've been watching, the people, the things that I watch. Learning, but yet excuse me, on the brink of insanity from watching all this stuff. I don't know. They are all suspects until the case is over with or until the government, FBI, heck, who knows? With all the videos out now, people saying that Jack 1 or Jack 2 or who knows, might have connections with the attorney general or whatever. Good God. We don't know. God save us all. Heal us all. Protect our children. If you're telling us we have to do it ourselves, Lord, then we're all going to have to give up some freedoms. And it's a game of freedoms. We got these politicians saying we need to crack down on things. We got these politicians saying it's our right, it's our freedom. As these two organizations are battling, the Trojan horse has come in and is devouring everything. Yeah. I don't agree with Trump on everything, but some of the stuff he was talking, well, there was to it. I hate that I wasn't there to raise my kids. Oh, it ate on me for so long. The depression was so bad. It was so bad. So I understand what some of these guys go through, and women, even the women that have kids, and maybe they get mixed up in drugs and can't see their kids or have a bad relationship or whatever it turned out to be. You know, every case is different, but I understand how they feel. You know, they wanted to be there, but it was better that they weren't there. Both sides got their lives straightened out. The kids are okay. You still send cards, birthday or whatever. You know, you try your best. You really do. I do. But you can't please everybody. Some people, some people that have kids with other people have mental disabilities. You know, then it's a real struggle. right? Sometimes both the mother and father have mental issues or something. Then it's even more of a struggle. It's just, yeah, the American citizen, the American family could use some help. in our in our in our pockets and physically and health, mentally probably. But everybody's a suspect till it's all over with, folks. Right? They're all innocent, but they're all suspects. For all you know, little uh, Maddie wasn't even talking to Hoodie Guy, and maybe Joe said something and she was talking, or maybe Joe got pissed off. Maybe they all knew each other. We don't know. Maybe they were getting tracked by TikTok or social media. We really don't know. You know who will know, though? The United States government and the police. They will know. But it's going to take time, right? Right? So, yeah, this kind of stuff will make you think. And I got a hold of the mother of my. And I was like, everything okay out there? Please tell me everything's all right. Please tell me everything's okay. Everything's all right. Kids are doing good. Thank God. Uh, thank God. At least that's what I'm told. So, all right, folks, have a good night. Be safe. And it might be too early to find out actually what's going on. It might be bigger than what we know. It might have been somebody right next door to the house. It might have been a lot of things. We can't accuse anybody. There are people that do look suspicious. We don't know. Yeah. And that stinks because I wish we did know, but we don't. But hopefully Doug Carter lets us know in the Delphi case. Yeah. Hopefully in the Delphi case. I do remember Doug Carter would say, "You folks will know," or the killer talking to the killers, and one day you guys will know. Well, hopefully we all know. Screw the killer. We don't care about the killers. And I shouldn't even say that because in the Bible it says we should love our enemies and pray for the enemies and forgive. We're we're screwed, Lord. God rest our souls, right? If we go by the Bible, we're not doing right. All we can do is walk away. You know? So I don't blame people. Having kids is a struggle. Being a parent is very scary sometimes. Being an uncle, an aunt, a mother, uh, very scary. You know, when you live halfway across the world and you don't, you know, You're not with your kids. That's very stressful mentally, psychotically on a person that really cares. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do in America, right? You guys have a great night. Be safe. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty. Do I know who the killer is? Not without proof, evidence, gut feeling, maybe. But to put my finger on it, I don't know. Girls for .xyz. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I have to remove you. Breaks my heart. Hot girls here. Sex bot girl S4 dot. I'm sorry, I have to get rid of you, even though I'm having probably one of your ancestors built right now for me in Japan. Robot wife. I did see Elon bought a robot wife. $200 he only paid for it. Dang you, Elon Musk. I hope I get that kind of discount. Unbelievable. You must go. Sorry. Why do they keep coming back? I got rid of them. How many are there? Sweet Jesus. This is ugly. Hold on, I gotta. Oh, I just got rid of my future robot wife's relationship, probably, or one of their relations. Well, I gotta get out of here. Gotta get off this contraption. My condolences to the families. Crazy case. And so many are, you know. God rest the souls of these kids that we've lost. All of them. That little girl, little Mikey Vaughn, and Emmett, or an Ethan. Little Summer, well, she's never been found yet. You folks have a good night. Be safe. Let the professionals do their jobs.